I'm here in Remington, Virginia, because depending on how the Fauquier County Board of Supervisors votes on the upcoming Gigaland data center proposal, this road behind me, Lucky Hill Road, could end up looking a lot more like this. This is Ashburn in Loudoun County, and it's informally known as Data Center Alley because it hosts the largest concentration of data centers and computing power anywhere in the world. Data centers have been built here for decades now, but in the past couple of years, demand for these facilities has skyrocketed thanks to the drive to develop artificial intelligence. And that has companies looking towards neighboring counties like Prince William, Culpeper, and Fauquier for cheaper land to build bigger facilities on. Back here in Remington, there's currently one data center that's already been approved, and there are 4 more now that are in the pipeline. Gigaland is the biggest of all these proposals, and if it's fully built out, it would be 2.2 million square feet, and that would make it the biggest ever development in the history of Fauquier County. For scale, that's equal to about 12 Walmart supercenters packed next to each other. But there's one thing that makes data centers totally different from being just 12 Walmarts, and that is the huge amount of electricity that they used. Gigaland by itself is projected to need about 600 megawatts to power its racks of computer servers and its cooling systems. And to give that some scale, that's about as much electricity as 150,000 households would use. On the day that I'm recording this, the entire state of Vermont will use 600 megawatts. So just imagine that. An entire US state's worth of energy demand plopped on 200 acres outside of Remington. Combined with the other data centers that are proposed and approved here in Remington, we're looking at 1.6 gigawatts worth of new energy demand. The North Anna nuclear plant, not too far from here, produces 1.7 gigawatts, so only slightly more than just what we need here in Remington to fuel these data centers. All this power has to come from somewhere, and it's got to get here. And the main way it gets here is with these. These are transmission lines. And if Fauquier County approves these new data center proposals, more transmission lines and substations and generation facilities will need to be built, and they will spiderweb out across the region, affecting not just Remington, not just southern Fauquier, but the county and the region as a whole. Dominion will use eminent domain to take the land that they need to build these transmission lines. They'll stretch over neighborhoods, farms, forest, parks. On top of this physical impact, all of this new infrastructure will dramatically increase every Virginian's electric bills. In Virginia, the cost of new electrical infrastructure is distributed amongst the entire rate base, meaning that when a data center company needs a transmission line to power their new facility, the cost of that transmission line is paid for not by that company, but by you and me and all other people in Virginia, normal people who pay for electricity. So just think about that. The biggest, wealthiest companies in the world want to build their data centers here using our natural resources, and they want us to foot the bill for the infrastructure they need to make it happen. Combined with the other data center projects that are proposed here, all of this is just too much, too fast, and it threatens to permanently alter the landscape of southern Fauquier County forever. All of this in hopes of tax revenue for the county, none of which is guaranteed to go to Remington or southern Fauquier. The good news is that we all get a voice in deciding how our communities develop. The Board of Supervisors is scheduled to vote on the Gigaland data center proposal on September 11th. So now is the time to write a letter, write an email to your supervisor, and tell them that this is not the future you want for Fauquier County.